Hello, welcome to This Is Me Speak Your Truth. I am Tracy, your host, and I am here with Jessica. Do you go by Jessica Renee or what do you prefer?
Jessica Renee. So that's my first and middle name because
Okay.
I'm one day my last name will change. So I go by my first and middle name.
Okay, that's awesome. That's so smart. Okay, yeah, so I'm here with Jessica Renee, and we are talking all things like fashion and everything, which I am horrible at. So I'm glad you are the expert in this. You can help some women today. Um, so yeah, just tell me like a little bit about your background, your story, how you came to be where you're at today.
Okay, so I was always into fashion starting at like middle school. I was always the new kid growing up and was bullied, and we moved different states all the time, and I had braces and freckles and allergies, and so I was like just kind of like a not attractive, like kind of whatever little kid. And so I was picked on for that. And I always like had to make new friends. And it became hard, especially when it was the like end of elementary, beginning of middle school. Middle school is like, it's so hard for kids. So I realized that once I started dressing the way that was an outlet for me, like style and putting outfits together, it was like a creative outlet for me. And my mom would just be like, okay, whatever you want to wear, like that works. And so I started dressing that way and I was started getting positive attention, like, oh wow, I really like your outfit, or like those jeans are super cool. Where did you get them? And I'm like, wow, the way that you present yourself, I felt so confident in what I was wearing and I felt cute and I was like probably going to school with a better attitude. And then getting that positive attention reinforced it. And I'm like, what you wear really does affect how people perceive you. And it affects how you perceive yourself and how you hold yourself to a different level. So once I realized that, it was like game on. I started using whatever I wanted to get dressed and getting like extra creative. And even in high school, my best friend wore like a blanket to school and sweats. And I was like, in wedges and shorts and like little crop jackets. And everyone was like, wow, like it's so cool that you actually get ready for school. And so I just continued to bring that throughout my life. And then I was like sketching outfits. I would have dreams about clothes and outfits. And I'd wake up and be like, oh my God, I wish I owned that. And so then I started sketching it, which I failed. I got an F in my sketch class, like not good at it at all. But I can put outfits together in my head really well. So I went to FITM, graduated, worked in the fashion industry, but I was doing product development. So like more on the design side and the developmental side. And then I realized that's like I like helping women feel beautiful because all women are beautiful. Sometimes we just don't know how to enhance the beauty that we already have. So to work one-on-one with women to really show them how beautiful they are and how to use clothes and proportions and hair and makeup to enhance that is like my calling for sure.
Yeah, that's and seeing all your stuff on Instagram and how you've already helped me, like you're in your true natural like skill and what you're supposed to be doing. And so you mentioned that like your mom was very supportive in this. Like what was the biggest thing where she said wear what you want? Like was it if you wanted to like go purchase something, would she just like go buy you things that you needed, or how did was she supportive for you in that way?
She was always super fashionable, and so was my grandmother. Actually, I'm gonna do a live with my grandmother one day because she's 83 years old and she's still, I'm like, wait, can I borrow that? But like the beginning of every year, we got a budget to go shopping. So it's like we I think it was like $1,000. And it was like, okay, you guys each get $1,000 for school clothes, backpacks, shoes, everything. And so my mom and her best friend and all the kids, we would go to like Limited Two and then Abercrombie and Fitch and then Nordstrom's, and it was just like a shopping spree. And it was like, this is what you get. Don't ask for anything else. So I would just think about it and plan it. And it was just so exciting, like trying clothes on and doing like fashion shows with each other. It was just such a beautiful memory. And then, like, on my birthday and Christmas, I always wanted new shoes or new clothes. Or sometimes I would come home and there would be like an outfit laying on my bed. So yeah, she was, and like I would borrow my mom's clothes growing up. She would borrow my clothes. So it's just always like super fun and appreciated in the house.
That's amazing. And then, so when you say start of the year, like, how do you plan that for a season? Like, do you buy and spend your $1,000, or did you save some of it for like different seasons, or how does that work?
No, we went balls to the wall, which is funny, yeah, because how did we do that? I don't even know. I think maybe during, I don't know, actually. We like were pretty spoiled growing up, I'm not gonna lie. So there was probably like I need a jacket and she'd be like, "Okay, fine, like let's go get a jacket." Like especially as I got older, I'd be like, "Mom, do you want to go to the gym and then go shopping a little bit?" And I would have money because I would work like as I got older, right? I got my
Yeah.
first job at 14. I got a job at a restaurant because I wanted free food and tips, and I got a job at a retail place because I wanted discounts on clothes.
So
So I was
smart.
like, this is my thing. So I think I'd be like, Mom, let's go shopping. And then we would go and she'd be like, okay, like run inside and throw this in your closet so dad doesn't see. So
So
like
good.
always like hiding clothes. But I think like throughout the year, we got like our main stuff. And then I feel like Limited Too probably had like little jackets and sweaters, but I would save those from like the year before. Mostly it was like t-shirts, shoes, and pants, right? Because as you're growing, that's
Yeah.
most you outgrow. And then I would probably save like the outer layers and accessories.
And I feel like it's different too, like because I'm up here in Canada and it's like we have like fall, winter, spring, and summer, right? So I guess it depends where you live. Like if it's summer year round, I guess it's not a big a thing to
Yeah.
adjust to.
I lived in North Carolina for 2 years, so we did have all the seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was so stylish then because it was the end of fourth and fifth grade. I think it was like really sixth, seventh grade is when I was like, okay, clothes really matter. And we were living in California, so it's usually pretty warm.
Yeah. So if you could shop like anywhere, but like what are your go-to like staple stores where you like to get clothes from?
I love, it depends on budget, but for me, I love Zara. I love H&M. I love Steve Madden shoes, Sam Edelman shoes. A lot of those can also be found at Nordstrom's. Nordstrom's is great too because their return policy is through the roof. And I think now they even will pick up your return from your house. I think maybe it's DoorDash that does it,
Oh,
but you
interesting.
can just like have a return, leave it on your front porch, and they'll come pick it up for you.
That's
It's
cool.
insane. Also, like for clients, I do a lot of Revolve. Revolve has a really good return policy. They have like lower price points, super high price points, the quality of the clothes, the shipping is really fast. Commence is actually really good. And then 12th Tribe, their website sucks, but their clothes and their accessories are on fire.
And is it 12 is that an American company or?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's
Cool.
like it's more of like a boutique. They probably ship to Canada and to
Yeah.
other places. I don't know about like Europe, maybe. But yeah, they're more of like a boutique online store. And then I do a lot of closet, like all my friends will get together, we'll clean out our closets, throw them in a pile in my room, in my living room, and
Yep.
then try things on. So a lot of my stuff is like recycled from my friends or thrifting. Like for my birthdays next week, I just want to go to LA and go thrift shopping. So
Oh, that's
I
so
don't
fun.
want the same stuff that other people have.
Yeah.
When I go out and someone is wearing the same outfit as me, I'm like, oh my God, I have to go home and change. Like, I
Yeah.
can't stand it. So I want these like unique pieces that probably nobody's gonna wear, and I can like find a funky way to put it together. But for staples like Zara, H&M, Nordstrom's, definitely.
Yeah, that's funny you say that about like having unique pieces because like my husband and I used to go out like we don't go as much anymore, but we would say like the girls are always wearing like the uniform. Like yeah, like they're all wearing the same thing and you're like, how is
Yes.
this a thing? Yeah.
I hate that. Oh,
Yeah. And then so as far as like when you said you like have like a party and you go through stuff, like what do you recommend for someone like starting out? Like how long should you keep items for or what stuff? Like how do you know like what would be sort of like in season or like yeah, like keep something for 5 years or when should you get rid of something?
yes. I love if you can do like a spring, summer closet and then have your winter, fall in a different closet. So you rotate because what you want to avoid is like, no, 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 and just like sifting and saying no to everything in your closet. So if it's not in the season, just move it to your B closet. I even keep a lot of my clothes in my garage.
Smart.
That's I'm not gonna wear. Like now I'm gonna start pulling my dresses out, but I was just in fall, winter. So it's like all my coats. So I'll take all my coats out and then put all my dresses. And if you have said no to the same piece for like 3 months, you're over it. Get rid of
Okay.
it.
That's a good tip.
If you like, I've had this jacket for, like I said, like, I don't know, 7, 8 years, maybe even 10. I'm not gonna lie. You can keep it. I still wear it all the time. It's gonna come and go out of style. Right now, animal print is really big. So, like, thank goodness.
Hmm.
But if it's pilling, if it's not in good condition, if it's like pilling, if it has stains, if it's sweaters, like if you really should fold heavy sweaters, but if you hang them, it gets heavy on the shoulders. So then the shoulders start but like bulking out or sagging. And then
Yeah.
it just doesn't have its structure anymore. So I would get rid of that. Pardon me. But mostly if you just like are bypassing it, just get rid of it. 80% of what's in our closet we don't wear.
Okay.
Just let it go. Actually, less is better because you can get really creative with less versus when you have too much, it's overwhelming and you don't even know what to do. So you just end up going to the same like three outfits. And sometimes what I like to say is if you have like a tighter closet, you can you can rotate where like, okay, I have 20 dresses. You're gonna look at like the first five probably or seven and then choose from there. So then you can move that chunk to the back and pull the back forward. So you're
Oh,
looking through
so
like a
smart.
new set. You know what I mean? Or like shoes, if you have like a ton of shoes and they're in behind, then rotate them. All the stuff that's behind, move forward and push the forward back. So you're seeing different stuff.
That's so smart. Thank you for that. And like, so for someone that like different, I know you have like different budget ranges that you work with all budgets. How often should someone like be going shopping or buying pieces? Like, do you recommend, or does it change for every individual?
I think it really just depends. It's really nice to have your core staple items like for California, a jean jacket, a straight pair of denim pants, light, dark, wash, a, a plain t-shirt, black, white, tan, gray, depending. I have black and white, tank tops, like your standard long sleeves. You need the basics, the base of the outfit. So those you're probably going to buy more often because you're wearing them more.
Okay. Yeah, that
And
makes
then if you're like looking at trends, you can buy two or three trends, but I would not like go on a rampage and look at your favorite influencer and then just buy everything because trends are going to come and go. They're going to go out of style. So don't spend a lot of money on them and only pick ones that really speak to you. And if you're going to buy a trend, make sure you have four outfits you can put together with that piece that you're going to buy. Otherwise, it's just going to sit in your closet and it's going to be a waste of money.
okay. I
But
think that's
seasonally, I like to update seasonally.
okay. That's awesome. And so what would you say is like the biggest like block or struggle or theme that you see with women that are coming, like new clients that are coming to you in the sense of like, is it like they don't know what to wear for their body type? Like they just need a closet clean out. They don't even know where to start. Like what would you say is the biggest reason people are coming to you?
90% of my clients come to me to style their body. They don't know how to style their body. They've lost their style because of motherhood. They're in like a transitional phase and they're just sick of wearing the same thing over and over again. But it's funny because they'll be like, I have all these clothes, I have nothing to wear, I need to go shopping. So the first thing I do is get inside their closet, like I did with you. I want to see what
Yeah.
you have. And I just had this client the other day. She's like, I want to do a whole overhaul. So we went into her closet and I was like, girl, you have a lot of really good items. So we spent I don't out of the 2 hours, probably an hour just putting together clothes that she already has. And I'm like, okay, now add a belt to that. Put on that hat. You can wear these with flats or you can wear knee-high boots. And she's like, wow, I never would have thought about putting these items together. So it's really like maybe most women just don't know how to create proportion with their body. They're like, I bought this, but it looks like terrible on me. And it's like, okay, so instead of just wearing it, now we have to style it. So it's like
Mhm.
learning about styling and then proportions with everybody's body because it's also different. And the biggest thing I would suggest for clients is to go get a good tailor. The dry cleaner is a good tailor. It doesn't have to be super expensive and take your good clothes to them because the best way to look super stylish is to have clothes that fit your body. And
Yeah.
everybody's body is different and clothes are made for standard. So this girl was petite and she would buy like petite-ish clothes, but she was swimming in all of it. So I'm like, just go to the tailor's. And she was like tucking it in and it's like this much material,
Yeah.
4 inches of material. I'm like, go cut off 3 inches of that. And then you could do a little front tuck or you can let it hang over your pants. So it's like all these little things are like cut off the bottom part of your jeans if they're too long. Just have them rehem it for you. Or like dresses, hit it like her mid calf, which I don't think is cute on anybody. I
Yeah.
think ankle or knee. But I'm like, just have them take the hem up, like these little tweaks that are really going to allow the item to look good on that person's body.
That's amazing. I know, and I think something I've really noticed is watching your Instagram, like seeing little tips and tricks or you getting ready. I'm like, I never would have thought of, yeah, like which shoes or a belt, or you're like, you need 5 to 7 things. I'm like, Who knew? Like, I didn't know any of that. So you're like the stuff you post is like super helpful, easy things that you can start incorporating like daily. Like it's not like you have to make these massive shifts and changes.
Yay, thank you. I'm glad that
Yeah.
it's resonating.
Yeah. Um, and so for like different body types, like is there things you recommend? What's my question here? Like where there's like something where you're like you should, like this type of body type should never wear like this type of item.
Yeah, I can go through it. So, the most ideal body shape proportionally is the hourglass. So, the shoulders and the hips are the same, and then the waist is more narrow. But that's not everybody. So, when you're putting an outfit together, you want to create an hourglass shape with your body. So, if you have bigger shoulders, broader shoulders, and a smaller hips, then that's an inverted triangle, right? So what you want to do is go more simple on the top and add weight to the bottom. Because if you take an inverted triangle and you add weight to the bottom, then you're going to create an hourglass.
Ah, okay.
If you have wide hips and narrow shoulders, you're going to go simple on the wider part of your body and add bulk to the upper half. So I would say like shoulder pads, frills on the shoulders, like lace on the shoulders, detail up high and simple on the bottom. And then make sure that when you're putting an outfit together, you still create a waistline.
Okay.
And then if you hold a lot of weight in your waist, which is more of like an apple shape, so you have an apple shape, it's harder to make an hourglass because they hold weight in their stomach,
Yeah.
but they tend to have really nice arms and really beautiful legs. So then you just want to enhance those parts of your body that you love. So like a shift dress that's a little bit looser but cuts off a little bit shorter so you can see the leg. You want to decide what parts of your body are most elegant for you that you like showing off, and it's usually like your best asset, so then show off those parts of your body. And then a straight, which I think you are as well, which is just like a rectangle body shape. Like
Yeah.
I don't really have a waist. My shoulders, my waist, my hips, it's kind of all the same. So then you can play. You can choose to do more detail on the top half, like a brighter jacket, and then simple on the bottom, but you don't want to do too much on both. You want to choose like where you're going to play with the material and the design of the fabric. So I would do like a basic pair of denim, a crop jacket, but it could have like big shoulder pads and earrings and a necklace, or do like barrel jeans on the bottom half with some pointy shoes and then keep the top half a little bit more simple. And then also add like a belt or tuck in your shirt to your waistband, your jeans, your skirt, whatever it may be, so that you're creating the illusion of breaking it up at the waist.
Okay. Yeah, I love that one you did the other day of like the t-shirt with the skirt where you like did the tuck in the front and then you showed how to tuck in the back. I'm like, I never would have thought to like, I was like, that is genius.
Simple little tricks that go a long way.
Yeah, I'm like, this is fantastic. No, your Instagram is so good with helping people. Like, is there any like fashion trend or like fashion anything where you're like the biggest like big no-no, like something you should never put together like as an outfit?
Ooh. Okay, just these are on the top of my head is because barrel jeans are so popular.
Yep.
So you got to be careful with barrel jeans because they're meant to be big and a lot of material on the bottom half. So I would suggest going more simple on the top half, or if you're going to wear a sweater with it, if it's still cold, do a more simple sweater and then tuck it in, add a belt. So you're like cinching the waist,
Mm,
creating shape, and a simpler shoe. Like I would never
okay.
wear a barrel jean with a tennis shoe because it's
Interesting.
like
Okay.
tennis shoe is bulky, the barrel jeans are bulky. So with barrel jeans, like a thin sandal, a kitten heel, a pointed toe, something
Mm,
like that could be booties, that could be, like strap backs, whatever. The pointed toe is going to elongate because barrel jeans are so round that you
yeah.
want to elongate and not wear like a round tennis shoe. Or
Interesting.
like even a round platform sandal, which I'm wearing today, would not look
Yeah.
good with barrel jeans.
Hmm.
And with regular denim, I don't love it when because so like Adidas are really popular right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing tennis shoes, so I can't stand it when the hem of the pant sits on top of the tennis shoe.
Oh, okay.
Like expose your ankle a little bit and
Yeah.
it will change the whole entire look.
Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. I don't know. You're like teaching me all these things like mind blown. I'm like, oh, like so many tips and tricks. Because I'm horrible with fashion. But yeah, so what would you say is like the biggest like testimonial or success story you've had with a client?
That's a good one. I would say I did a mom and she had cute clothes. She didn't really have a lot of clothes though, to be honest. Like I was impressed at how little amount of clothes that she had. And I thought we were going to do a closet clean out and style boards and all of this. And we just sat there for 2 hours and put outfits together and to see the way that she just like was glowing by the end of it and being like, oh my gosh, I have so many outfits. I'm like, I can look good. Like I can get dressed quickly as a busy mom and a business owner and look good and like feel confident. And now she's like sending me pictures all the time of like, look at this
Aw,
outfit, Mary. Look at this outfit. Thank you so much. And I did an entrepreneur girl. Same. I just went to her house and we spent 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours just putting on outfits, trying things on, showing her how to style, which she already had. And she's like, I'm going on dates. Like, I also want to look good when I'm walking around. She's like a high CEO. And she finally was like, wow, I can feel elegant and get dressed quickly. And then now she has a boyfriend. And I think it's because it was the confidence.
yeah. I
The
was gonna say you just carry yourself so differently. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Instead of just yeah, like wearing the same thing and you're just like yeah, you carry yourself a certain way wearing it, but then yeah, as soon as you add these little tweaks and changes to it, it just elevates your outfit, right?
And you know you look good and
Yeah,
people are complimenting you and that boosts your confidence and your joy and then you're like radiating this stronger more positive energy and that attracts people.
for sure. Yeah, I was literally just gonna say the exact same thing. Yeah, like people want to like come towards you instead of like repelling away, right?
Exactly.
And so do you work with like any woman or do you have specific clientele that you like to work with?
I will work with anybody. I would say I tend to do more business women like female entrepreneurs who are and client facing on social media, Zoom calls, networking events, speaking engagements, things like that because they really do need to look the part. But I work with a lot of moms too whose bodies have changed. They don't know how to style themselves anymore. So I'm open.
Okay.
I don't shy away anybody. I've even styled a couple guys, which is fun because they really just listen to what you say. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, sure, no problem. And they buy everything and they're like, good. So
Yeah,
they're
they don't
easy.
have to think. They're just like, just
Yeah.
give me what I need. Yeah.
Exactly. Men are super easy. So I've styled some men too, but I would say mostly female entrepreneurs and then moms because I'm also a mom, so I get it.
That's awesome. And so if someone wanted to work with you, like how would they get in contact with you?
Yeah, they can go to my Instagram, which is Jessica Renee, RENEE_style.
Okay.
And we can have a conversation there. You can book on my Calendly link. I'm even going to pop up stand store.
Oh
What is
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Stand store, and they can book like 1 hour, 3 hours on there just to
Okay.
make it super easy. And then, yeah, I'm always on my phone, so people can DM me, whatever. I'm very easy to
Perfect.
get a hold of.
That's awesome. And so if you could leave listeners with like one last piece of fashion advice or tip or something, what would you say that would be?
I would say just try it on. If you're like, I don't know, does this go with this? Like, just put it on.
Oh, that's
Play
so good.
dress up, have fun. Like, remember the joy of when you were a kid and you were just creative and putting things together and just seeing what you liked. Like, allow 30 minutes. And if you have to get up 30 minutes earlier, just do it. If it's 30 minutes to make you feel good and you get to have this childlike personality to play with the clothes that you have and have fun, do that. And also, while you're doing that, say you have like, okay, I'm wearing a zebra jacket. I'm like, I really want to sell this zebra jacket. How do I do that? You can type into Pinterest, zebra jacket street style, and it'll give you
Ah,
a ton of inspiration. And then you can be like, oh, I have a white t-shirt. Oh, I have like, I don't know, linen pants. Perfect. I'll put this outfit together. But I'll go on Pinterest a lot
okay.
and type in
Yeah.
like this. I have this blue skirt on, and I'll be like, blue pencil skirt, street style, just to get inspiration and be like, oh yeah, okay, that's what I want to put together.
That is such a helpful tip. I never even would have thought of that. And yeah, I love how you said like the creative child like mindset because yeah, my daughter's like, let's just go to the store and like try stuff on for it. I'm like, I hate shopping, right? But I think yeah, I think once you go more and expose yourself to it, you get a better understanding and knowledge of what is like what goes together and that sort of thing. Or we
Yeah.
hire you because you know more.
Yeah, our dad just hired
Yeah.
me. Yeah, my
Yeah.
kids are so cute, like, and teenagers because they just see something and they're like, "Oh, this is cool. I just want to see what it looks like on." Where we're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we're busy. We have other things to do." Already judging it
Bless you.
like that's not going to look good on me.
Bless you.
Oh, cut that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, just have fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy clothes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on today, and I look forward to chatting with you more in the future and for you to help so many more women have like much better fashion sense.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's amazing.